Hey, what is up YouTube and welcome back to another Blender tutorial from your boy Hunter. Today we're gonna be learning how to export your games into an exe so you can upload it to Sketchfab or maybe Steam, whatever you wanna call it. You can export the game as an exe. So I just made a small freaking game. I'm gonna do this real quickly so you can actually see what's going on. So I can actually hover over this and it's gonna make it bigger. Game is jump bar. I'm gonna hit start game. Now I just made something real simple. So when I hit the ground, it's gonna restart the game. We can play a little bit of the game. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot a key. No, I don't need the key. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what's on the other side. Most people would do that. I'm gonna just, oh, I can go in here. No. Double jump? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna need the key. Alright, so let's go get the key. I saw it hovering over there. So I'm gonna have to double jump up here and get the key. Boom, I got the key. What's up here? Nothing. Woo! You win. Yay! I won the game! Woohoo! And it's gonna restart the game. I'm gonna hit exit. Alright, so before we get this whole thing started, you got your whole game, you got everything, all of your scenes, everything going for you. But when you export it, it doesn't work perfectly. Well, first of all, I'm gonna just show you where to get the export. You are going to go to your preferences and make sure you're on add-ons and you're gonna look for runtime. Save game as runtime. Import, export, save as game engine runtime. You're going to enable that. You're going to save your preferences. Save preferences. Awesome. You're going to save the game. Make sure you got the whole thing saved. Control S. You see it's saved. Then you're going to go ahead and file. Make sure it's on file. External data. You can see it's automatically packing my resources. So make sure this is ticked when you save the game. You're going to pack link libraries as well. And then you should be good to go. So now we just need to tell the game engine, well, Blender, we want this as a game engine. Before I do that, I'm gonna make sure it actually starts in on a full screen. To do that, I'm gonna go to my settings, my render properties, full screen, and desktop. View as render. Do not use that. Alright, so now we're gonna export this game. But before we do that, make sure all of your scenes are exactly the same resolutions as well, otherwise it won't work. You can see mouse cursor is off on one of these and mouse cursor is off on the other ones, and so on and so forth. Now to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to go with UN and I'm going to just do Shift A and mesh, and I'm going to use a circle. Tab into edit mode, well, not yet. Tab into edit mode. Make sure I'm on vertice selection, and I'm gonna press F to fill, and then I'm gonna press I to inset. I just want to make a little bit more of a interesting way for this thing to say, no, it's actually loading. Because now you're just stuck on the screen and you don't know what the hell's going on. Why am I seeing this? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give this a material, new, and I'm gonna call this load. LO. Load. There we go. Load. So give it a material. I'm going to give it emission. Bring the emission up. And bring the emission strength up a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and just give it some rotation. So always. And I'm going to go on motion. And I'm going to rotate it on the Z axis. So set it to triples and see if that's quick enough. It's going on in the wrong direction, so I need to bring this up like this. something like that. Nice and slow. And we can actually play a sound here if we wanted to. So maybe just play the, I'm going to make another always, because sometimes it bugs out if you do this. I'm going to go ahead and add a sound, and I've got sounds on my downloads. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, which one was it? Funny Spring, Funny Miracle. Was it this one? No, it was not this one. Should be one of these. That's Spring. BGM maybe. And I'm gonna go play end. Okay, that's not it. That's the wrong one. And it's gonna load, and it's gonna pop right back into the main scene. So you can see I've got a duration here, so maybe make the load scene a little longer, like 400 frames. So you actually have a little bit more of a loading time. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit, scale it up, bring it to the center, and make this a little smaller. And that should be good. Now I'm gonna press Ctrl S and make sure it's saved. Alright. Now we have a nice UN scene. So when we play, it's gonna load. Boom, 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 boom. Exit game. Alright, so now we got the whole game set up. Now we need to export it. So again, I'm gonna go File, External Data, and I'm just gonna pack the linked libraries. And another thing you might want to do if you're actually using extra scenes or extra game files, you want to import make paths relative. So make it relative to the game. You can see it doesn't have any relative paths because I'm not loading any games from the scene. Now we want to go File and Export, but make sure you are on your title screen. Right, I'm going to go File, Export. I'm going to go right here at the bottom, just like this. Save as game runtime. Something I forgot to mention, you have to do, just bring this up a little bit. I think it was on the render properties. Making sure it's one of these. Render region and crop render region. So it's going to crop the game to the screen. And I didn't do that for all of them, so I need to make sure it's done on all of them. So I'm just going to make sure this is done before I export, otherwise it's going to bug out, and I don't want it to bug out. Alright, so where's the scenes? So main. So making sure the scene is exactly the same. Render crop region. And then title, I think I did this one, and for the load screen as well. So you win. Just make sure these are on. Then I'm going to go to the title screen. Because I wanted to start at the title screen, I'm going to press Ctrl S. It's going to save the game. And then I'm going to go File, Export. And go to Save Game as Runtime. I'm going to hit play. Well, not just export. I've got a file here on my desktop. So this is something you are going to have to do. If you export a game, it's not going to just know exactly where you want it. So on my desktop I have a folder that says test game. In test game I already have some files I have to delete real quickly. I forgot to delete that because it's the previous one I've actually extracted, so Shift D, delete. Boom, 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 boom. I got a can of doom. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Alright, so you're gonna have to make a folder for your game. Don't just export it. Make sure you have a folder. And I'm going to go back to Blender and I'm going to export the game, and it's going to be again on my desktop. Make sure it's on the desktop. It doesn't need to be on the desktop. I'm just going to refresh this. I want it in this folder. I'm going to save as game runtime, as game engine runtime. You're going to see it's going to start saying it's not responding. There we go. So that doesn't mean it's not working. It's actually exporting the game to a folder. This is why I said don't just go freaking setting your game files and all of that in an open location, and you're gonna get a ton of DLLs, and you don't want that. You want everything in the same location. So I'm gonna pause the video. It might not take that long. I'm just gonna keep talking. There we go. It's done. It's done exporting. Now it's an exe. So now to the platform game. I'm gonna rename this as, let's call this Jump Bar. That's the game name. And I made sure to save the game before I exported the exe. I'm gonna close down Blender or just minimize it. I'm gonna run the exe. Start game. That's gonna load, which is actually what we want. So it's just gonna do something like this. Boom, 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 boom. Give it a sec. Ah, man, it bugged out again. I hate it when it does that. Oh man, should delete. Alright, I see what I did wrong. It's actually I forgot to pack the linked libraries. That's my bad. Give me a second. Another thing I forgot to mention, make sure you got the game in rendered view. Otherwise, you're going to see something like this or something like this, and you don't want that. Make sure it's in rendered view. Otherwise, it won't take your shaders. So I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to go File, Export, and I'm going to export as runtime. Save. I deleted the previous files as you saw. So let's hope it works this time. Now, this is for just this whole thing I made here is just for example. It's not a real game. It's just me messing around so I can make a quick video for you guys, and it's not really that quick. I mean, come on. I'll give it a sec. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna drag this out. I'm not gonna minimize. I'm not gonna pause the video. Alright, so now it should be done. Okay, I'm gonna minimize Blender and see if it works. There we go. So now I'm playing it as an exe on my desktop. Oh, the key was not up here. Ah, man. Almost missed that one up. Got the key. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the other scene. Boom. You win. It's loading. And I can exit the game. Alright, so again, you can rename this as whatever you want. You don't need to call this test game. This is just the game folder. This is all of the files it actually gives you when you actually export the game. So you actually have a thing that says a license. So you can actually read the licenses. The license shall mean terms and conditions of reproduction and distribution of a defined section 1 through 9 to document. Okay, licensor shall make copyright owner. So this means it's just for me. I can make a license. So you can actually make your own license right here. GPL, I cannot remember. This is also copyright. So copyright C. 2007 Free Software Foundation, including http.org, genuine license most software. Alright, anyway. So now you can actually export the game. Just make sure you got your license set up. So you copyright license. So people cannot distribute your game without your permission. Alright. And then third-party licenses. There's a lot of stuff you're gonna have to do before you actually, upload your game. But other than that, you should be good to go. Now you know how to export a game to a folder and play it as an EXE. EXE. You don't need to have Blender open. I will show you. I'm just gonna make sure it's saved. Control S. I'm gonna close down Blender. Blender is no longer open, and I can actually run it again. There you go. The game runs, everything is fine. You just need to make sure your shaders are all there. These are the folders and stuff it packed. So I think the Blender is all see. These are all your DLLs. It gives you the configuration, the Python scripts, whatever it needs. Fonts, configuration. And then I think there was something that said models. No, it packs the models into, yeah. You see, there's some sample materials and templates. And all of your Blender shared data should be all here. So these are all going to be DLLs. So you won't be able to access your models from here. Resources. Yeah, you can see it. There's no resources. Well, you got your shaders and all that stuff right in here. Everything you need is right here. So if you found this useful, give it a like. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you always win the loop when the next video comes out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, man. Cheers, 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 cheers.